So far we've been zooming in on formatting just individual items of text, maybe chunks of text in paragraph for alignment of paragraphs and numbering of paragraphs and so on. And after that we looked on the correctness of the document as a whole in the proofing area. Using the review tab here we were able to check the spelling and grammar and correctness of the document as a whole. But now we're going to look on the layout of the document as a whole. And this is the reason we have changed the zoom in our zoom slider here in the corner to less than normal so that we can look on pages as a whole. Okay, the first part of the document layout we're going to look at is the style of the document as a whole. And what a style is a set of fonts for the layout of elements of text, whether it be the body text. You can see the various styles I'm applying here and the effect that it has on those items of text. We're just going to leave it at the default. But you can see how it affects the normal body text, the heading text you may wish to apply, or even the text that's applied with numberings and the titles and subtitles and so on. So I'm going to apply the text styles here to the headings. So I'm going to mark my headings as a main heading, which is the heading 1 style, or a subheading, which is the heading 2 style in the case of this heading here. Scroll down through my document and I'll move on to page 3. And I'm going to mark this heading here with a heading 1 style and all of the subsequent headings with a heading 2 style, which I can do by selecting this heading here, and all other headings can be selected while keeping the control key held down, which is selecting a non-contiguous range. This is a quick way of doing this. So I selected all my, just reselect that there, subsequent headings. Just deselect that one. Good. I see there's no more further headings there. Keeping my control key held down, I'll apply the heading 2 style. So those, release my control key and scroll through the document as normal. I'm just going to go right back to the top again and place an insertion point here just at the very beginning of the document. At that point of the document now I am going to insert using the references tab. I'm going to find the table of contents tool. So when I pop down the table of contents options here, you can see what will happen when we insert the table of contents is that the table of contents tool will sweep through the documents and look for anything marked as a heading 1 or a heading 2, or if you have further subheadings, a heading 3 style, and generate a table of contents from that. So I'm going to use this second table of contents style. Click in here. And there you see my table of contents has been inserted at the insertion point that I've placed at the start of the document. Now that that's been inserted, you can see that my document pagination isn't great. You can see things roll over onto a new page. Not really where I like them. You can see that notice is now spilled over 2 pages. So to work on pagination or elements of your document where you wish to force a new page, you go into the insert menu, and in this case here I want the table of contents to be on its own page and this element to be on a new page, so I'm going to insert the page break right before that to force these onto a new page. And you can see the pagination for this notice has been fixed up nicely again. So I'll continue scrolling through my document, focusing on pagination. That page looks good. Is this page here, except for this heading here, which may be more appropriately placed on the final page. So I'm going to click and place my insertion point right before the heading. Now that I've placed it in the correct place, I can insert my page break. There we go. You can see the pagination is much nicer now. Now I have a problem, however, when I scroll back up to my table of contents. I'll just zoom in there on the table of contents, and you can see this heading here for general procedures of use was marked with page 1, and if I go over to it, you can see that it is when I go to that heading that it is actually on page 2. I can see that from my status bar here down in the corner. So I need to update this table of contents, and to do that it's quite simple. You just simply double click on my table of contents and an update table option will appear. So I'll just click on that. The only element of the table of contents I need to update right now is my page numbers. However, if you include more headings in your document, you may need to update the entire table itself. So just click on that and zoom back in, and you can see that that heading is now correctly placed on page 2. The updating of the table of contents should be the last item, or the insertion even of the table of contents should be the final item that you work on prior to finishing your documents.